Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Jules. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a commercial food photographer, styler, and lifelong planner. And today we are doing a flip of my... What much are we doing? We are doing April flip of my Jibun Techo Biz and my Jibun Techo Days. So, we'll start off with the month overview for April. This is the different colors that I use for deco throughout the month of May. It was like a spring, Easter, Passover-y, whatever, flowers color scheme. This was my list of to-dos, things I wanted to do in April that did not have a deadline. I have not moved a bunch of these forward. I did not get a lot of them done. I did something. This is actually can be checked off. I always overshoot the moon, but at least if I have a month where I have a lot of extra time, I always have lots of things I can put in there. And this is all the recipes that I developed for a cookbook that I'm developing in April. I use this month section as an overview of the major appointments and events that I have happening during the month, and then people's birthdays, stuff like that. And then I used these stickers are from Sticky Club. Most of them are from Sticky Club, and I just like to add some deco as well to my month overview. Also, every single day, like the main task for that day, what type of day, they're also all color coded, so I can easily see at a glance what each day is dedicated to the main thing, what the priority is for specific days. And then we get to the week section. April started on a Monday. Every single week has a different color scheme. This is a complementary color for the month, so you'll see this all throughout the month as from what I'm developing for a cookbook. At the very top, I put my priority for the week. The section is color-coded for the priority for the day. These dog stickers are because those are dog food making days. Holiday, I write in after I develop recipes, what recipes I developed on that day in the section. These are I use the 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. section for things that are happening that day, deadlines, whatever. So I have grocery deliveries, deadlines, stuff like that. And then it's my time blocking. I start off the week. Let's see, I have an example week that I didn't fill out of things that I know that are happening during the week. And so this is how my week starts when I'm planning. When we meet the live plan with me, it's every single Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time. And then over the week, it looks like this when I'm done. I fill in a time block of the overall type of task that I did. So recipe developing time, admin time, recorded a video, edited a video, what I'm watching, when I exercise, if I get happy mail, or if I have a headache or feeling crummy or something else that happened that day that I kind of want to remember. I use this bottom section. I use the mood tracker to track how my sleep was, and then this bottom section I use to see how my energy was throughout the day. I have a whole, the way I plan, I use the spoon theory. So explained in my cookbook, Crip Up the Kitchen, link is in the description. I also plan to do a video on how I use the spoon theory to plan. So yeah, this is the first week of April. I got some happy mail and cat waking me up and some things happening with being out on submission. And more happy mail this week. Yeah, so this is the second week of April. I really like this week. This week I got to play with, I have been holding on to cherry blossoms, because this cherry blossom season was also early April. And so I was really looking forward to be able to use a cherry blossom sticker sheet that was from Sticky Club that was holding onto it for years. I got this from the Sticky Club when Sticky Club was getting sticker sheets wholesale that were like mass produced rather than made from artists. My to-do list, my recipe dev. And this is how this looked. More Happy Mail. So I was really tired this week. And I got so much done regardless, but I was like bad sleep, really tired. It really comes up this month yellow, or this week is the yellow theme. I got none of this to-do list done. I only was able to get my recipe development done. Lots of self-care. Self-care, decompressing, nightmares, more Happy Meal, pain. So it was a really bad week. I still have to go in and add some more deco to this. I will at some point, but I'm running out of yellow stickers or any stickers that are a good size to fit in the weeks to add deco afterwards, which is making me sad. So yeah, that's the third week of April. The fourth week of April is this nice violet. I had my second loading dose of my biologic this day, and this end of this week was amazing. Like, I was waking up with 4 to 5 spoons out of 10, and normally, like, by noon, I've used almost all of those, and after my injection, I still had a lot of leftover energy when I was done my workday, this has not been the case in decades. The last couple days, I'm filming this on May 2nd. I've had really bad sleep because of pain again. But I'm hoping that once the pain and inflammation goes away, like this trend where I was actually having energy in reserve by the end of my day continues. I hope it wasn't just a coincidence that it happened after the second dose of my biologic. So I got a lot of done this week. It was a good week. But still, like, more pain kept me up. This was a bad pain week. Like, from Sunday all the way until Thursday, I was waking up with pain. And then it kind of stopped. And the last couple mornings, I've been waking up with pain again. So that is the last week of April, and now this is into this week. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is my Jibun Techo Biz for the month of April. And now, let's move into the Jibun Techo Days. I'm using this for social media planning. It's very rough. I don't know if I should explain it. But I pencil in what I would like to do, editing, filming, whatever, and then I mark in with pen what I did on what days, and then I just use the Gantt tracker at the bottom to record when videos were published, when videos were edited, and when videos were recording, just so I can kind of keep track on how much time I'm spending on creating social media for this YouTube channel, and seeing what the returns are on that. Like, do I grow my subscribers? Because it would be very nice if I could at least somewhat monetize my channel. I've been here for like 3 years. I have hardly any subscribers. I would like to change that, but also this is for fun. And so for me, it's all about all the effort and the many hours, especially because I create the captions manually to make sure that my videos are accessible. And so it's is the effort that I'm putting in worth the returns? So this kind of helps me figure that out. The return on investment, basically. So even if it's like just interactions, that people leave comments and talk with me about my videos, to me, that those comments, even if it doesn't necessarily lead to more subscribers, makes it worth it to me, because I'm trying to build a community around the ways that I do functional planning with decorative planning, and in systems that, like, there's not a lot of people who are using the Jibun. Um, a lot of the videos are either Common Planner or Hobonichi, and so I have this smaller, nicher little market that I would really like to build a community around. There's some changes coming. If you watched a live plan with me, I believe it was the 27th of April, I talked about it a bit. But I will be making a planner chat video soon to talk about some of that. But yeah, this is my days, the month view. And then we get to the daily section. I love this. The interview page is one of my favorite things about the Jibun Techo days. So my goal for April was to catch up on my cookbook planner, and I was unable to do that. What I wanted to do, I wanted to edit and post a media journal video, edit and post watercolor video by February, March flip, my quarterly Techo Gaigi, my MD Midori notebook setup video, Smooth Zero video, and weekly flip shorts. But I have to do taxes. Canada had a different tax deadline than the USA, but taxes was a thing we had to do for many of us. My word for the month was renewal. And then what I was able to do my media journal. I was able to do the February, March flip. I was able to do my quarterly Techo Gaigi, and I was able to do 2 weekly flips, considering I was having not the greatest month. In March, I completely fell out because of illness. That was a good, nice compromise. Not every week, but I was able to get half the weeks, and I got my taxes done. But I couldn't do the watercolor video. It's been recorded for months. I just had to edit it. The setup video, Smooth Theory video, and I couldn't catch up on my cookbook planner. What I did, I recorded Take a Note unboxing. I still have to edit it and put it up. Hopefully that will be up in the next few weeks. What I reflected on, a new planner system, more on that to come. People I met, nobody. Where I went, nowhere. What I bought some Scentbird, Scentbox, Bespoke Post, HelloFresh, Take a Note. I bought a book, a fantasy book called Someone to Build a Nest In, and I'm looking forward to reading that. More Take a Notes, and Shein unboxing. Shein order, since I figured out my color scheme for the rest of the year. Hopefully what I got from Shein will do me for a while. And then what I learned that give up what isn't working for you. And it wasn't really so much of a learning as more of a reaffirming that and reminding myself that it's not giving up on a commitment to give up something that isn't working for you. So do never be afraid to give up something that isn't working for you. And then my day section. This is the side is my to-do list. This is like my TikTok for the day, how I'm spending my time, appointments, all that other stuff. I put holidays or deadlines or birthdays or whatever up in this section. At the end of every day, I assess how my mood was overall for the day, and then journal 1 or 2 sentences about my day. So Easter Monday was, I finished reading a book that day, and I kind of felt that the Alice in Wonderland stickers was kind of appropriate since I spent the day mostly reading. And because this was all part of one sticker sheet, I carried that Alice in Wonderland theme through to Tuesday and Wednesday, especially as it worked with my color scheme for the month, which was a really happy circumstance. So this is where you'll see my color scheme for the month really coming into effect. Every single day, I rotate through the 4 different colors for the month. So yeah, this is this month, and then we're just gonna see if there's any spreads that I particularly like. I really like these two. Yeah. I like when I'm able to do layering like this, and sometimes it's really, really hard to find the stickers. Like, I'm just running out of appropriately sized stickers for these spaces. And it's getting difficult, more and more difficult as time goes on, to fill in the blank spaces in my days, because I do all the functional stuff first, and then at the end of every day I set aside an hour to update my planners and then to add deco to my planners. And because my to-do list can, like, I create my to-do list the night before, and then in the morning and throughout the day, more things will present itself. So my to-do list is constantly evolving throughout the day. Sometimes I realize I have to push things forward to the next day, whatever, as priorities change. This is normally Sundays. I normally fill this in. You'll see it later on in the month. I decorate the whole entire page, and then I add a journaling, like I write on other pieces of paper and add a journal about my week. The Sunday I just didn't get to it. This Saturday I didn't get to it either. I meant to. I started to decorate this page, and then I just did not have. Something happened where I just could not get to it. Back to my daily. I did these on a life plan with me. I think it was the 13th, my April 13th life planner with me, I think, is when I decorated these pages, or maybe it was the 20th. I don't know. But I did some of these pages on camera, just to show people how my process works when I am doing the deco for my pages. I really like this day and this day, but specifically this day. I normally do not like pink. It's not a color that I use a lot of. It's just not a color that I vibe with. But I love cherry blossoms, and I love cherry blossoms. I guess that's all I have to say. And there's some flowers that I really, really love as well that are pink. So I just really like that I was able to use the same cherry blossom sticker sheets that I was able to use for one of my weeks on this day. Wasn't happy with this page. I did this one on camera as well. So it would have been, I think the 20th is when I decorated my pages live on camera. But I like this one. It was one of the regular viewers of this channel. Anomic was their birthday on the 12th. What else do we have? Oh yeah. And then the self-care way. Yeah, I didn't even write it in, but this was a self-care day, and I just did not open any planners, no nothing. And I put this little note here for me to remind myself that the only way is the self-care way, and this is my year of self-care, especially as I'm dealing with a really bad autoimmune flare that we've been trying to get it into remission for over a year and a half now, with no success, and it's actually gotten worse even with being on heavy-duty immunosuppressants. So, just reminders that to put my body first. This was my youngest's birthday. He turned 25 on April 16th. I really like this. When there's PET tape, pet tape, I don't do layering because it doesn't look good unless it has to be the same type of stickers. And then this is about, for the rest of the month, is basically using up specific sheets that I've been trying to use up forever, and not worrying so much about how it looks, rather than I really just need to use my stuff. So let's just get rid of it. And you can tell this is a week that I was not feeling well, because I was not doing my morning, like updating my morning planners or my mood tracking or journaling or nothing. It was just self-care, minimum work that I had to do for that day, and then self-care. I journaled a bit about it here, just how exhausting it was. These stickers are from Shein. And then, this is where I started thinking about jumping planner systems, which I will, if you watched my life plan with me from, what Sunday is that again? Let's go back. The 27th, Saturday the 27th, to talk about it. But this is when I started thinking about it was on the 22nd, and I started doing math, and there will be a whole video. Not fun as a sticker sheet, but again, I'm just trying to get rid of stuff that I have, and so I can move on to stuff that I like using. I kind of like how this turned out. This is when my Taken Out B5 arrived. I've filmed the unboxing. It will be up at some point. And these are all from the same sticker sheet as back a few pages. This one. So again, I'm just trying to use up what I have. And it just so happened that some of these sticker sheets, like the colors work through the rotation of what colors it is for this month. It's just the thank you card from Taken Out Tan. I really like it. Their products are beautiful. I will tell you that much until you see the unboxing video. If you have not seen an unboxing video, beautiful, gorgeous. They're my favorite looking planners. Gorgeous. I like this. This is on the 27th. So despite being extremely tired all week, I got a lot done. I really hope. I don't regret the decision to start a new everyday planner. I'll get to that. See how big my to-do lists were large. A lot of there's just 2 things that had to get moved. But like this week, I had some pretty massive long to-do lists, taking up almost an entire page. I really got a lot done that week. I had my biologic second loading dose on the 23rd. It was my partner's birthday on the 26th. They are 52. My journal page, this is the journal section I'm kind of hiding them in. I journaled more down here as well, and I had a little stamp. The lighting's kind of crummy. And then, we're at the end of the month. So, I've been having to get a lot done. I still have to figure out my word for this month. I have nothing I have to do, but I'm still kind of contemplating what my word for me was. So that is my Jibun Techo days for the month of April. I hope you liked this video. I hope that you liked walking through how I do both decorative and functional planning. Was the emphasis on functional, the decorative comes after. If you have any questions about my methods or how my decision process, if there's a video you would like me to make about any of this, please let me know in the comments. Give this video a like. It helps other people find it. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel, ring that notification bell so that you know when new videos go up. And this fell out of my planner. And join me every single Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time for a live plan with me, where we sit and we chat for an hour and a half and we talk about our week. Some people do meal planning. Some people just listen to me yammer while they do chores. But just come by and talk and share what's going on with your life with everybody, and have a general good relaxing time for an hour and a half. I hope you all have a safe and fabulous week. Until next time, bye.